Shut up and sit down.
Hey you scallywags, just a little bit of house cleaning following up from yesterday's videos. Shout out to Alex Herrera for pointing this out to me. The Monster Hunter World figures are up for pre-order on BBTS December release, and at an eye-watering $64.99. I don't know if this is just a placeholder for now, but that's the price they've got there. Here's a few new images from the site with the 118 scale hunter, 4.25 inches, 15 movable articulations, high quality decoration, 3 pairs of hands for different poses, 3 interchangeable faces, weapons, and display stand. So it's just the starter armor set that is on pre-order right now, but they're bound to put on more there. Hopefully they'll change the price. Also on there is the Rathalos, which you have seen from the images from Patrick Jan on BBTS. Also, pre-order sold out again at an even more eye-watering $299.99. But looks like you might be too late for that. All of us might be. I don't know. Again, these might be placeholders for what would eventually be on there, hopefully at a cheaper price, but it does look expensive. So according to this, the biggest monster ever made, 24-inch long from head to tail, fully posable articulation, high quality decoration, light effects in the mouth, that's interesting, transparent attack effect attached in the mouth to release the light. So yeah, if you wanted to grab one of these, I'm not sure where you can pre-order it. BBTS did have them. Hopefully maybe they'll have them again soon. If you're willing to fork out that much for this huge figure, the biggest in fact ever. The 124 scale model kit Tachikoma from Ghost in the Shell is available on Hobbylink Japan by Wave at £25.60, so check your regional equivalent. It's an injection plastic kit of science fiction anime item, Ghost in the Shell of course. The personable Tachikoma from Netflix's entry into the Ghost in the Shell series standalone complex 2045 gets a new model kit from Wave. It snaps together so glue isn't needed, and it uses polycaps at the joints for posability. Its driving mode can be reproduced with parts replacement too. Stickers are included for its markings. Add this iconic mecha to your own collection today. So yeah, available on Hobbylink Japan. I think maybe other places, but this is the only place I found at. Also, just looking about on Hobbylink Japan, I found this Ghost in the Shell standalone complex 2045 Tachikoma and Motoko Kusunagi figure set from Megahouse. From what I've looked up on it, it's a small scale action figure. So Megahouse are the guys who did the new Gundam 118 scale. Also, it's available on BBTS at $191.99. Obviously Hobbylink Japan a bit cheaper, but you've got to think about postage there. From what I've been able to gather online, it's just under 4 inches, I think, the figure, the Motoko figure, and it will be able to, the Tachikoma will be able to house the figure like in the anime, like this. So yeah, very interesting. A bit pricey though. So yeah, if you're interested, maybe go and have a look. Shout out to COD Smoke. We've got the images here from yesterday. The bikes, looks like the middle one is actually based off Acid Rain World lore. So he sent me this picture. So this is the Panther MM1C. So this was a drawing, I think, by Kit Lau before they showed those actual vehicles. So the Panther MM1C is a military motorcycle used mainly for scouting and patrolling. The panther got its name when it was first deployed in the Omanga Estancia Wars. These high-speed shadows of doom secured Omanga's dominance in Illyria's wetlands, adaptable to harsh road conditions and able to carry a variety of weapons. The panther can change full speed even in the rugged terrains. The Omangan army relied on the panther's fast and flexible maneuverability to execute raiding attacks on the battlefield. The Estancian infantry was unable to come up with an effective counterattack, their formations quickly crumbling in the face of these steel beasts. So the Soil Ghosts were actually announced officially today, coming soon, by Acid Rain World and Kit Lau. It's been a few years coming, as they've been worked on for a number of years. Before the announcement today, I'd actually messaged Kit Lau and Toys Alliance about when these will be coming out, as I'd stumbled across old pictures of prototypes. I didn't hear anything back, and bam, here today we've got the official images of them. Here we've got just a picture of the Soil Ghosts. The Soil Ghosts are drifted descendants of Estancia, a once thriving empire annihilated by their young neighbor Omanga. However, the collapse of Estancia began before the war. Their fanatical engineering experiments to boost agricultural production backfired, resulting in large-scale famine. Estancia struggled to contain the starvation, and in their desperation they turned to a prototypical pesticide nicknamed Wonderlizer. Wonderlizer proved effective at first, promptly resuming large quantities of food production, but soon the compound proved hazardous to both the environment and its inhabitants. Rapid soil degradation and desertification sprawled across the Estancian region, setting the empire on its road to destruction. So here's an image from a few years ago from Kit Lau that he shared of the old prototypes of the Soil Ghosts. I think this was one of the last images we saw of the old design, and he was in the midst of painting them, and we never got to see anything after this image. Crops grown from land sprayed by Wonderlizer caused genetic mutations to the human body, affecting the Estancian population and their future generations, now known as Soil Ghosts. Many of the affected imposed self-exile, avoiding contact with outsiders and secluding themselves in the desert. They formed many tribes, and our border patrols identified at least 2 such tribes operating just beyond the borders of Zamai. The Soil Ghosts' deformed and swollen body parts are varied with few identifiable patterns. One common mutation is the development of hardened scales covering their feet, which actually seems to assist them endure the blazing sands. They often wrap their feet with cloth, approaching unsuspecting enemies without making the slightest sound. Soil Ghost mutations cause many day-to-day inconveniences, but sometimes the opposite also holds true. According to past encounters, many Soil Ghost combatants manage to take advantage of their altered bodily features in battle. Beneficial mutations have been recorded, such as enhanced vision among certain Soil Ghosts. Rumor has it that some Soil Ghosts use skulls as masks for greater protection. This is no urban legend, but the real reason behind it seems to be related to their spiritual beliefs. So the beast behind them is actually called a Gugi, or Gugi, spelled G-U-G-E-E. Gugi is the name of this creature that appeared in the desert of Estancia. The name is derived from the sound it makes. The Tugui tribe believes that Gugi is a gift given to them to survive the desert, so they are domesticated and reproduced as an important tool for daily farming and transportation. The Gugi hair is light and flexible with grease, and has excellent heat insulation and waterproof effect. Every year during the ritual month, the excessively long hair on Gugi is trimmed and collected to make coats. which are used as gifts when the children reach adulthood. So here I've compiled the different iterations of the figures throughout the years. The far left is the first iteration, one of the first that we'd seen. The second there, the mutated legs, and in the final one we've got the figure skull without those mutated legs. They've opted to have that for two of the other figures instead. Here we have the eyed general, again same, where the far left is the first iteration, second, and then we've got the final released coloured version on the right. Not much changing for him except the legs. He's got the mutated legs now in the final iteration of the eyed general. Next we've got the character Chief, who has improved somewhat. So from the far left, looking quite simple there, and then slight differences, a bit bulkier in the middle image, and then now with soft goods also. So looking much improved, I think, especially in colour in the final design. So the last character we have here is Shepherds. So looking pretty much the same, except they've opted to use the mutated legs for this character in their final design. So an announcement for release of these figures should be imminent, possibly in the next week or two. I'm assuming as releases have gone for Acid Rain, this will probably be their February release, as we had already heard of the January release with those 4 female figures coming out. And so I would assume that this would be for a February release. We have no idea whether or not there'll be a pack or single releases. So yeah, we'll have to just watch this space. For those of you who are wondering where most of my information comes from, it actually comes from people in the community, and most of them are from this Facebook group, the Premium 118 Figure and Toy Enthusiasts World Collective, I think, at the end. So yeah, if you're interested, you're on Facebook, then go over there and request to join. Damon Prisk is in charge. I'm sure he'll accept you, and yeah, tell him Skelly sent you. Very big special thanks and shout out to COD Smoke for pointing me in the right direction of the Acid Rain World database for this information. Also special thanks to people in the community that have shared all this information. Surveillance Port, where I got some of these images, Patrick Chan, Damon Prisk for sharing knowledge. Just wanted to let you guys know I'm no expert on any of this stuff. I'm just trying to share my excitement with these 1/18 scale toys. There are going to be times I don't know anything about any of the lore of some of these toys. Some of them I do, but that's what we're here for, to share our knowledge. So yeah, if I've made any mistakes, or you want to chime in on some of the lore and things like that, drop a comment down. I'll mention it next video, give you a shout out. It's all about sharing our knowledge and helping the community grow. So with that, thank you again. Again, big strides in with helping this channel grow. Thank you guys so much, and I'll scale you later.